Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you would like to subscribe, you would be more than welcome. So today I'm going to be working on this yellow dress. Now the pattern for this is I think we made last week, but I really love the little dress and I made this one a good while ago, and what I thought I would do, this one will fit onto Bluebell, and this will fit onto any glitter girl or any welly wishers or any 14-inch or any 14-inch fashion doll like that. So that would be there. You can, I've also got this pattern in a bigger pattern which you can download for the 18-inch dolls as well. I found these lovely little yellow flowers, and they're just little silk flowers, and they're about 10 pence each. And I've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 of them. So I've got 9 little yellow flowers, and I thought I would just dot them around on the skirt just to brighten it up a little bit. And then I've got this lovely ribbon. Now it's 2 meters, so I've got 2 meters of this green ribbon here, which is really pretty, and I thought that would make a really nice waistband around it. So I'm going to break off enough to do a waistband, and then the rest of it I'm going to try and make some little leaves just like that on the back of our little flowers. I'm just going to pull it back and get myself a nice big piece of ribbon. So I want it at least sort of that sort of length, I think, on both sides. That's probably about it. So I'm just going to cut it there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the middle of my ribbon, like so. I fold it in half, joining those 2 seams together, and that is my middle right there. And then always look at it as well, because sometimes when you look at it, it doesn't always look right. Let's just check that it's laying right in the middle. It is, yeah. So that is actually going straight into the middle of the fabric. Now always check your ribbon as well. Now mine doesn't have an up or down, but some patterns on ribbons you have to have it, so this will be the top and this will be the bottom, but mine's fine. So I'm just going to put a pin in and pop that one into where that other one is in there. It's not so bad when you're doing your ribbon, because it's not so bad. You don't need to, it's just that'll lay, you'll have the same length at the back, and if you don't have the same length, don't worry too much, because you can always snip a little bit off. Okay, now what I want to do with this one is, because this is a higher waist, I'm just going to come down a little bit, and I'm going to take it along, and I'm going to place my pin just in there, because I want it at the bottom and not at the top of the skirt. So can you see, I want it to go here like that there, because this one is more of an empire line skirt top, so whereas it comes up just underneath the breast rather than on the waist. And you're just going to, so we're going to take our thread now, and I've just got a needle threaded, and I put a little knot in the end. And what we're going to do is we're just going to come along and just catch the very top of that ribbon in there. So whip that out now, because my needle's there. So we're going to come in like that, and we're just going to run tiny little stitches, because you don't want to be able to see it stitching, and then pull it out through, and then see what's going on here. So it's just going to pull that one in, and can you see? You cannot see that stitch at all. Okay, so then we'll just move along to where the next one is going to be, and we'll just do a row of tiny little stitches. So you want to leave about, put your stitch back in just beside where the stitch went out, and then leave a little gap on the back, and then pull that one out. Now the only thing you're going to have to watch with this is, because we've got that velcro on the back, sometimes you get the velcro caught in your needle. So just be careful, because you don't want to find that you've got a big loop of cotton stuck around the back. Okay, and we're just going to move all the way along, just doing those teeny stitches all the way along. So I've just sewn all the way around, and what you want to do is, when you get to where your piece of velcro is just to stop there. Okay, and then you can come back down and put a stitch on the bottom So just stitch it just down there and stop there, because you want to be able to tie your ribbon. So you need to be able to close your dress where the Velcro is, and then it'll come and it'll tie across the back there like that. So just stop when you get to that little bit there and do a little row of stitches just down and fasten it off just in there. And then do the other side exactly the same, doing small stitches all the way around. But this time when you get to the back, just stitch right across the top of where your Velcro is and finish it off just there. Okay. So I've stitched on the ribbon and that's looking beautiful all around. And now I'm just going to make up, I made up some pretty little flowers to go, and I put them all around the skirt. So I'm just going to grab a piece of the ribbon and I'm going to measure up roughly to the size. So all I've done is taken a piece of ribbon and folded it so that both ends are stuck in behind like that. I'm going to pop the cotton in. I've got a knot on one end of it. Don't worry which side you put it in. Okay, and then I'm just going to take it and wrap it tightly around the piece of ribbon like that. And then I'm going to tie it. I poke it right through the middle, so I'm not going to tie it. I'm going to place it through the middle like so. There, nice and tightly. Okay, so I'll just move that out of the way. And then I've got my little flower, and I'm just going to place my needle right the way through the center of the flower like that. Pull it in, and I'm going to stitch into the other side of the ribbon. Oops, sorry, my fingers are a little bit slippery. That's it. There you go. Okay, and you can do a few stitches in that, and that will hold that flower onto there. And then I'm just going to place that flower and stitch it onto there. So I just put a few more stitches through just to hold the flower in place. I'm going to put a little bit of a to make it look more like a ribbon. I'm going to put a bit of this on it as well. So I'm just going to take my ribbon just like we did with the other pieces, and I'm just going to put a stitch in it and then wrap. Oops, did you see that? I just shot off the end. And wrap the thread around it, and then pop a stitch in the center there like that. And there we go. And then I just pull that down so it's sort of hanging more like that there, and pop another stitch in just in place to hold it just in there. Okay, there we go. So it's just like that, and then I'm going to take the other piece and I'm going to pop that on there so you've got like a little bow. Alright, so just put a few stitches in through that. This is on the table. Might work. There we go. Just do a couple of those. One, there we go. So that's the little bow, okay, with the rose in it. I'm just going to stitch that just onto there. I'm not going to stitch it up there because I've made it, which would probably look quite nice up there. The reason I'm not going to put it up there is because I've got the little necklace to go with it. So I'm just going to pop it here onto where we've put the waistband on. So just put a few stitches in, go in and out. Try and get it to go through if you can, just so that it holds it in place. And do a tiny stitch this side, just so that you don't notice it. You probably want to do about 4 or 5 of those, and then knot it off, and there you go, you have it finished. And what I think I will do is make another one, just a tiny one like that, and put it for a hair bobble so she can wear it in her hair as well. Okay, so there is the dress all finished on Bluebow, and it looks really cute. I hope you enjoyed this video. Goodbye.